The anesthesia was supposed to make everything go quiet. It didn't. I could still hear them, muffled voices, sterile laughter, the hum of a suction machine. Then, a pause. Is his wife still in the waiting room? The surgeon's voice cut through the fog in my head. Yes, doctor. Good. After we finish, I need you to give her this envelope. Don't let him see it. The nurse whispered something back, too soft to catch. But I didn't need to hear the words. The tone said enough. My heart slowed, not sped up. That's how I knew something was wrong. My body went still, but my mind began to burn. Cold, methodical, calculating. They thought I was under. I stayed that way, motionless, breathing shallow. 30 minutes later, I opened my eyes to fluorescent light. The surgeon smiled. All done, Mr. Hale. Everything went perfectly. I smiled back. And as they turned away, I saw it. A white envelope with my wife's name scrawled on it, thin, sealed, heavy with something I wasn't supposed to know. My wife, Clara, met me at the car with a nervous smile. She was holding the envelope. Her thumb covered the name. You okay? I nodded. My lips were dry. What's that? Just post-op instructions, she said too quickly. For you. She tucked it into her purse before I could ask again. That night, while she slept beside me, I replayed every sound, every pause, every whisper. Her recent late nights, her constant checking of her phone, the way she'd turned away when I mentioned wanting another child. Now I understood why she'd pushed for me to get the procedure, why she insisted on this clinic, why she'd chosen this surgeon, her old friend from college, the one she never mentioned by name until the day of the appointment. I stared at the ceiling, counting her breaths, one by one. The next morning, she left early, coffee in hand, smile rehearsed. I waited 5 minutes before opening her purse. The envelope was gone, but I found a receipt from the clinic with 2 patient codes printed on it. One was mine, the other, Dr. M. Kessler. I spent the week pretending to heal, pretending not to see the shift in her tone, the guilt bleeding through her calm. While she was at work, I called the clinic, pretending to be from her insurance provider. A few harmless questions, a few nervous answers. Then, the truth surfaced, like a body long submerged. My vasectomy had been pre-scheduled before I even signed the consent form. By her. And the doctor? He'd authorized an additional procedure, a paternity confirmation test. Not for me, for our son. The results arrived in a plain envelope 3 days later, addressed to Clara Hale. I opened it over black coffee. No hesitation, no emotion. The report was short, precise. The child, Ethan, was not mine. Paternity excluded with 99.9999% certainty. It was almost beautiful in its clarity. I folded the paper neatly, slid it into my jacket, and waited until she came home. Dinner was quiet. She laughed once. I didn't. When she reached for her wine, I set the report in front of her. Her hand froze. Her lips parted, but no sound came out. Where did you get this? My voice was calm, almost kind. From your friend, the doctor. Tears formed instantly. Not grief, panic. She tried to speak, but her words collapsed. I watched her crumble without moving a muscle. For once, silence served me better than rage ever could. I didn't shout, didn't accuse. I simply placed my wedding ring beside the report. You wanted to make sure I couldn't have another child, I said quietly. That was smart. Her breath hitched. You wanted him to think I'd never find out. That was stupid. She begged, whispered apologies, said she loved me. I let her speak until her voice broke into sobs. Then, I told her the part she didn't know. That I'd already contacted the medical board. That her lover's license would be under review by morning. That I'd already filed for custody. Not because Ethan was mine, but because she didn't deserve him. She fell to the floor, shaking. I stepped over her like a shadow passing through light. It's been 3 weeks. I haven't heard from her since the hearing. Her lawyer called once. I didn't answer. Ethan still asks about her. I tell him she's traveling. He believes me. Children believe what they need to. Sometimes I catch my reflection and barely recognize it. Not because I've changed, but because I've stopped pretending. Betrayal doesn't destroy you. It carves you open, shows you the architecture beneath the skin, what you're made of when all the lies are burned away. Clara thought she took away my future, but she only freed me from the illusion of one. I never got the envelope meant for her that day. I got something better, the truth, and that was enough.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.